Hello, Joint Ops fans. Another deal of the week. Today, we're going to talk about investing in Ferguson. For you out-of-state investors, I know we've had a couple of investors be like, St. Louis, weren't there just riots there? Ferguson, weren't the riots in Ferguson? Yes, they were. We're going to do this deal of the week case study to show us that Ferguson places to invest, and it continues to be a great place to invest. And maybe we're just insecure. Maybe we don't need to be telling people about this. Maybe it is an elephant in the room. Either way, we needed some content to throw on our YouTube, so we're going to do this.
All right, this is a 3-bed, 1.5 bath house, 1,204 square feet. Nice little carport. We bought this one in the wintertime, as you can tell.
On Brotherton.
On Brotherton. Nice brick house. Got a finished basement here with a little bit of bar. I know, Jimmy, you'd like that.
Well, people won't believe this, but this is a good point. If you're going to buy rentals with these long basements where you can entertain and do things, these properties never stay on the market long.
Oh, yeah.
Would you agree with
Fantastic.
that?
Lovely little man cave down here. Yeah.
We do buy a lot of slabs, but these generally they're home runs if we have these big basements.
For sure, and at least partially finished like this one. Yeah. As you can tell, kitchen pretty dated. I don't know if this is the yellow brick road for the Wizard of Oz fans out there. I don't know what's going on there, but it's functional. It works. It's rental grade.
And it's big.
Yeah. Ooh, we got some lovely pink carpet here in the living room. And hardwood here in the bedrooms. Here's a tip for folks out there. If you've got hardwood in the bedrooms or in the closets, most likely you got it in the living room, the dining room too. I don't know why people went through this phase where they preferred pink, fluffy, plush carpet to hardwood.
They're probably drinking a lot in that basement bar.
Yeah, true. Bathroom in good shape, tub surround. Look actually pretty new. Nice vanity here, new toilet. Obviously winterized before closure. Not too much to talk about here in the backyard. It's
what does that cost when you rip up that carpet and get the floors? A few $100, right?
Oh, to just demo carpet?
I'd say there's a 95% chance that's all you have to do.
Yeah. For sure. You just rip this up. You got to remove the tack strips. Pretty easy to do, and have that nice hardwood look again. Yeah, and we do that on most properties. But if not, it's easy for your tenant buyer to do too. Okay, where do we find the deal? This one was listed on the multiple listing service, like most deals. This is a REO, and that means foreclosure for people who aren't in the industry. REO stands for real estate owned, and that's how banks classify properties that they take back on their balance sheet. So that's where that term comes from, for those who want a little industry jargon. Here are a few comps that we pulled from the multiple listing service. Range anywhere from 63 to 82,000. This is a highly distressed area. There are a lot of REOs, a lot of short sales. So when you're pulling comps, you got to understand what kind of neighborhood it's in, and you got to make sure you're looking at arm's length transactions to get a true estimate of what something's worth. But it also depends on your actual strategy. This is not a property I would want to buy with the intention of flipping. This is only going to be a rental or a lease option deal. As mentioned, this property is in Ferguson. Jimmy, I know you mentioned something here about UMSL. You're a big fan of it being close to that, right?
Absolutely. When I first started buying houses and investing, I've always liked Florissant. If you go up and down South Florissant Road, as you can see, you come off the highway, you're going to pass right by UMSL, and you're going to get this nice strip on South Florissant, which is all rebuilt. It's all commercial, and there's also a few college bars because you do have the college there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bunch of student housing there because it's more of a commuter college.
Yeah, and there's a nice farmers market. I used to go there with my mom on Saturdays, up to the farmers market in Ferguson.
Especially on South Florissant, everything is new development. Everything's rebuilt. And during the riots, there was some activity on South Florissant, but nothing got destroyed.
Not too big. Yeah. So obviously the big elephant in the room, for those who don't know the idioms we use, I'll give you the Wikipedia definition. If you want the Wikipedia definition, elephant in the room is an English metaphorical idiom for an obvious truth that is going unaddressed. The idiomatic expression also applies to an obvious problem or risk no one wants to discuss. Well, we've obviously addressed it, so it's not unaddressed.
We're going to discuss it.
A lot of people don't want to discuss it, but we'll discuss it.
Every out-of-town investor has, so.
Yeah. We're from St. Louis. We know St. Louis. It's not a big deal to us, but it does come up.
Personally, we love Ferguson.
Yeah, it's great. Like I said,
I've always said that if you didn't know any better, I could drop you off in the middle of Kirkwood, the main strip of Kirkwood, and the main strip in Ferguson, and you would not really be able to know the difference.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
They both have the same commercial developments with the grocery stores, and they both have the same historic because they're both were railroad towns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
they
all the
have,
kind of like Victorian style homes.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, loan to value. We picked this one up for $32,000. Rough comps are 63,000. Like I said, it's kind of highly distressed area. So for us, we're cash flow investors. That's what it's all about. But we throw this number out to you just so for your purposes.
I like this number because it protects the investor.
Yeah, no, it is important to look at. You need to look at comps.
The investor on this one now is a bank. We refied it out.
Yes, yeah. But 50% loan to value, pretty safe. All right, lease option terms. We got a $5,000 non-refundable option deposit on this property, and we paid $32,000 for that. You know, I'm not a math wizard. You do 5 over 32. It's pretty good. 1 out of 7. All right, $5,000 non-refundable option deposit for a $32,000 investment. That is a 15.6% down payment for what we bought the property for.
And since they're easily divisible numbers, let's just go through this. So I have regular rentals in Ferguson.
Yep.
And we've had to evict a couple. So if it was a regular rental, we would have gotten $1,000. We would have gotten $2,000. We would have got $1,000 deposit.
Yep.
And $1,000 for the first month's rent. And the first $1,000 would have gone to the leasing agent.
Yep.
And so if we had to evict this person, we're completely unprotected. The tenant buyer has $5,000 worth of skin in the game. And if the worst were to happen and we were to evict, we're protected for 5 months to go through that process.
Yeah.
This is
also
black and white, a huge advantage of the lease option.
And it's a very easy filter. There's a lot of people out there who end up dealing with professional tenants, you know, the folks who are able to come up with a security deposit and the first month's rent, and then, you know, they might pay a month or two, but then they stop paying and they know all the ins and outs of the local eviction process, and they can really take a landlord for a ride. So this is just a very easy way to kind of filter out those people. And again, we're working with people who have an ownership mentality. They want to buy the property. They understand the benefits, and that's the goal in the long run.
Favorite slide. Here we go.
Cash flow is king, folks. This is our number one criteria when we're buying property. We have income of $1,000 per month coming in the door, expenses of $118.50, prorated taxes, $35 per month in the form of insurance. And this one, as Jimmy mentioned earlier, we refinance with a bank, a local bank here. Our payment to them is $213.72 per month. That leaves us with a cash flow of $633 per month, roughly, almost $8,000 per year. If you look at the actual cash-on-cash return here, from what we actually had to leave in this property in the form of equity that the bank required us was right around $8,000. So that breaks down to 99.4% annual cash-on-cash return. This really illustrates the power of leverage. If you have the ability to get bank loans and use OPM, other people's money, it is a great avenue to continue to grow your portfolio and really send your ROI through the roof.
And the original private lender is still in our system. The original money we used to buy this house, we're still paying interest on. We took the money from the private lender we used to buy this house and we put it into another house. So our private lender's still happy because they're still getting the same return. Only difference is we have 2 houses now. This is why we like private lenders and why we like lease to own.
Yeah. And the other thing that's not on here is most of our private lenders we pay interest only, but with a bank we are paying P&I, principal and interest.
The banks like these deals because with that lease to own option, when the tenant buys through, they see they have a greater chance of getting their capital back than a regular rental.
The other thing here is our payment to the bank is $213 in the form of principal and interest. So we got a little bit of a hidden income stream in the form of this principal paying down. So our $24,000 roughly loan balance is going to be paid off in 15 or so years. Then we'll own this house free and clear if our tenant buyer doesn't cash out before then, but good chance they will. But anyways, that it's not too much in the beginning, but it does add up over time.
We can do another video on this, but we can also take a line of credit off the package this loan's involved in and use that money to buy another house. Just a further way to leverage.
Yeah, we'll have future videos all on smart leverage and how to increase your returns using it. That's it for today. Want to find out more about us? Go to joinhouseproperties.com, joinhouseproperties@gmail.com, 314-7999-2247 if you want to pontificate with Jimmy. And if you want more case studies, that's our website. You want to learn more about how to lease option houses, go to autopilotassets.com. That's it for the guys from Join House Properties. Have a good one.
See ya.